Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Welcome to our Cancer Elixir Rite for 2022, hosted under the auspices of Leaping Laughter OTO in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm Scott Stenwick, your host for these ritual night events. And before I get going any further, I just want to get the YouTube spiel down. Like, subscribe, request notifications. That way you'll always know when we put up a new video here on the Leaping Laughter YouTube channel. Now, we had a little bit of an issue with the Cancer Elixir. I did another version of it, put it up, but we had some kind of a technical problem with it where the sound was bad. So I had to spend some time troubleshooting that and getting that to work. And I think I have it working correctly now. So you shouldn't be hearing buzzing that's drowning out my voice or anything like that. And I mean, it took me a little while to do that. I apologize for that. As you probably noticed, it took me long enough to actually grow a beard out, which, it did. So, but I finally gotten this put together. The sun is still in Cancer for a couple more days. And so we're still doing the ritual within the sun sign Cancer. So if you haven't been to one of these elixir rituals before, so you can take a look at the description to the video. You will see posted a link to the Cancer Elixir Rite ritual for you to follow along with. If you want to go ahead and follow along in detail, which you can do, or not necessarily do, depending on what you want to do and what you want your experience of the video to be. You can follow along with the parts. You can just take your cup of elixir, which you should have. It should be a glass of something that you could drink. It doesn't have to be alcoholic. It says wine in the ritual, but it can be juice. It could be tea. It could even be water. Just some sort of liquid, some sort of beverage that you can drink at the point where we're making the elixir. If you don't want to follow along, in detail with the ritual, that's fine, and you could just kind of focus on what's going on here. Take your cup and hold it like this. And just kind of focus on the energy that is being raised during this ritual. So, and then there will come a point where you will be formulating your intent and you'll be drinking some of your cup. You won't be finishing it because we're also going to leave some at the end as an offering for the angel. Now, the sign Cancer is actually kind of an amazing one in terms of what you can do with it because it's so flexible and open. Cancer is attributed to the power of casting enchantments. And enchantments are great. What an enchantment is this is a magical operation to draw something into your life. You could think of it as like a magnetizing energy. Like you've got a magnet, and that magnet is pulling something into your life that you want, that you don't have, and so on. And so, in the sense of you can attract particular circumstances to your life. That's an enchantment. That's under Cancer. And it doesn't actually matter what the circumstances are, nearly as much as it might if the power was more specific. Instead of, saying, it's a specific power that relates to, controlling this or influencing this or knowing this, it's a power that's about bringing to yourself that which you want. So magnetizing things in accordance with your will. And that is a very, very powerful thing because it's so general, it can be used for so many things. So any intent like that is completely fine for this ritual, okay? Also, if you take a look, get out an astrology book, take a look at, well, here are some qualities attributed to the sign Cancer. Any of those will work too. The powers in 777 are more like a guideline. They're descriptive, not proscriptive. So what you could do is you can also use this ritual to invoke any quality related to the sign Cancer. So, and with that, I'm going to get going with the ritual here. If you don't have your cup, I recommend that you go ahead and pause the ritual for a minute and come back to it once you have that set up. And you'll be drinking some from it, but not all of it, so keep that in mind. In addition to the ritual script in the description, I also have the donation link if you like this ritual. If you like these series, all donations go to support Leaping Laughter OTO here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and the various things we have going on here. You can go ahead and like our page on Facebook for event announcements and other information. So with that, I'm going to get going on the ritual. And thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience while I, grew a beard out, dealing with my audio issues. So, anyway, glad you could be here. Glad you're watching this, and welcome. Belastion Pera. Atam Alkuit. Beimra Vidula. Leila Mamen. Yahweh. Ananai. Ehaya. Before me Raphael, behind me Gabriel, on my right hand Michael, on my left hand Oriel. For about me flames the pentagram, and in the column stands the six-rayed star. Atam Akut, Beim Ravila, Leila Mamen. We take refuge in new wheat, the blue-lidded daughter of sunset, the naked brilliance of the voluptuous night sky, as we issue the call to the awakened nature of all beings, for every man and every woman is a star. Makashana. We take refuge in Hadit, the secret flame that burns in every heart of man and in the core of every star, as we issue the call to our own awakened natures, arousing the coiled serpent about to spring. Amrahanamra. We take refuge in Heru Raha, who wields the wand of double power, the wand of the force of Kofnia, but whose left hand is empty, for he is crushed in the universe and naught remains. So we unite our awakened natures with those of all beings everywhere and everywhen, dissolving all obstacles and healing all suffering. For pure will, unassuaged of purpose, delivered from the lust of result, is every way perfect. All is pure and present, it has always been so. For existence is pure joy, all the sorrows are but as shadows, they pass and are done. But there is that which remains. To this realization we commit ourselves. Pure and total presence, so mote it be. Iron Eye, Yadarash Nun Yad, Isis nature, the fullness of earth, Horus volition, the triumph of Saul, Set guardian, Lord of the threshold, Tahuti perfection, uniting them all. Isis, Horus, Set, Tahuti, Amrahan, Amra. Isis in fullness, Horus triumphant, Set the liminal, Tahuti de Ter de Teru. Isis, Horus, Set, Tahuti, Makashana, the linking of earth with the stars. Arita, 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 Arita. Ararita, Ararita, Ararita. Iron Eye, Yadrash Nunyad, Isis nature, the fullness of earth, Horus volition, the triumph of Saul, Set guardian, Lord of the threshold, Tahuti perfection, uniting them all. Isis, Horus, Set, Tahuti, Amrahan, Amra. Isis in fullness, Horus triumphant, Set the liminal, Tahuti de Ter de Teru. Isis, Horus, Set, Tahuti, Makashana, the linking of earth with the stars. Now I begin to pray, thou child, holy thy name and undefiled. Thy reign is come, thy will is done. Here is the bread, here is the blood. Bring me through midnight to the sun. Save me from evil and from good, that thy one crown of all the 10, even now and here be mine. Amen. In my breast I carry the mark of the living God. I adore thee, thou light of the world. I adore thee, thou light of the Grail. I ask nothing from thee, for I am become thee. I and thee are one in the perfection of the mystery of life. And before the throne there was a sea of glass like crystal, and in the center and around the throne 4 living creatures full of eyes in front and behind. Without stopping day or night, they were saying, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was, who is, and who is coming. Holy art thou who art universe. Holy art thou who art in nature formed. Holy art thou, the vast and the mighty, source of darkness, source of light. Lord Almighty and all-powerful, hear our prayers. Command thy holy angels above the fixed stars to be assisting and aiding of thy people, that we may command all spirits of the air, fire, water, earth, heaven, and hell, so that they may tend to the glory of God and man. O thou burning tempest of blinding sand, thou whirlwind from the depths of darkness, yea, as I struggle through thee, my strength is but as a dove's down floating forth on the purple nipples of the storm. O my God, thou mighty one, thou creator of all things, I renounce unto thee the ceaseless booming of the waves and the fury of the storm, and all the turmoil of the wind-swept waters, so that I may drink of the porphyrian foam of thy lips, and be consumed in the unutterable joy of thine everlasting rapture. O thou 10-footed soldier of blue ocean, whose castle is built upon the sands of life and death, I swear to thee by the glittering blades of the waters to cleave my way within thine armed hermitage, and brood as an eyeless corpse beneath the coffin lid of the mighty sea. O thou sovereign warrior of steel-girt valor, whose scimitar is aflame between day and night, whose helm is crested with the wings of the abyss, I know thee, O thou 4-eyed guardian of heaven, who kindleth to a flame the hearts of the downcast, and girdeth about with fire the loins of the unarmed. O glory be to thee, O God, my God, for I behold thee in the amber combers of the storm. Thou hast laid thy lash upon the sphinxes of the waters, so that they may boom forth the glory of thy name. O thou mighty God, make me as an emerald crab that crawleth over the wet sands of the seashore. I beseech thee, O thou great God, that I may write thy name across the shores of time, and think amongst the white atoms of thy being, O thou God, my God. O thou thirsty charioteer of time, whose cup is the hollow night filled with the foam of the vintage of day. Drench me in the shower of thy passion, so that I may pant in thine arms as a tongue of lightning on the purple bosom of night. O thou God of the nothingness of all things, thou art neither the forge of eternity, nor the tender-throated womb of chaos. O thou, who art not found in the hissing of the hailstones, nor in the rioting of the equinoctial storm, I deny thee by the powers of mine understanding. Bring me to the unity of thy might, and feast me on honeyed manna of thine all-pervading nothingness, for thou art all and none of these in the fullness of thy not-being. Ah, but I rejoice in thee, O thou, my God, thou coruscating star point of endlessness, thou inundating fire of the void, thou moonbeam cup of eternal life. Yea, I rejoice in thee, thou fire-sandaled warrior of steel. O thou bloody dew of the field of slaughter and death. I rejoice, yea, I shout with gladness, till the music of my throat smiteth the hills, as a crescent moon waketh a nightly field of sleeping comets, at the glory and splendor of thy name. O my God, fondle me with kisses and be merciful unto me as I humble myself before thee. For all my desires are as dewdrops that are sucked from silver lilies by the throat of a young god. O woe unto me, my God, woe unto me, for all the passion of my love is mazed as the bewildered eyes of a youth who should wake to find his beloved fled away. Yet in the crumpled couch of lust do I behold as an imprint the sigil of thy name. Oh, what art thou, O God, my God, thou amber-scaled ones whose eyes are set on columns, O thou sightless seer of all things, thou spearless warrior who urgest on thy steeds, and blindest the outer edge of darkness with thy glory. Oh, how can I grasp the whirling wheels of thy splendor, and yet be not smitten into death by the hurtling fury of thy chariot? O thou unity of all things, as the sun that rolleth through the 12 mansions of the skies, so art thou, O God, my God. I cannot slay thee, for thou art everywhere. Lo, though I lick up the boundless light, the boundless and the not, there still shall I find thee, thou unity of unities, thou oneness, O thou perfect nothingness of bliss. O glorious and mighty Muriel, you command and rule over the spirits of Sartan. Behold me, in the name of the Savior God, the rushing and watery Hevhe. Attend and appear before us in this circle of art. Full powers and wonders of the sign of Cancer do we rightly desire. Enlighten our understanding, encourage our hearts, and manifest unto us now as we partake of your spiritual realm. So mote it be. Muriel, 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 Muriel. You are holy, and your name is holy. You are exalted, and your name is exalted. You are mighty, and your name is mighty. You are strong, and your name is strong. You are honored, and your name is honored. You are true, and your name is true. You are ancient, and your name is ancient. You are blessed, and your name is blessed. You are chosen, and your name is chosen. You are great, and your name is great. You are praised, and your name is praised. You are power, and your name is power. Gloria Patri et Matri et Filius et Filio et Spiritus Sancto externo et Spiritus Sancto interno uterat esteridid seculo seculorum sexidudo perdom septimidudo ararita. O rushing and watery, to thee we present this talisman of our magical will. We ask thee, O exalted one, to receive this body of our right into the light of thy presence. As we proceed in making this elixir of cancer, charging it with the creative energies of Sartan, we shall achieve a true alchemical ferment, mighty and yet Saran, vitalized by thy blessing. In partaking of this mystery, let there be unto us vitality of soul, increase of sight, true gnosis, and complete manifestations of the wonders of thy sphere. Creature of wine that art established in the sphere of cancer. By the vital force of my breath, I enliven thee to perfect this work of holy magic in the realm of Sartan. Hem, hey. Hem, hey. Hem, hey. Behold the elixir of cancer, for all and for each it is prepared. Let each and all receive its magic virtue. And at this point, this is where you formulate your intent, either enchanting something to yourself or a quality related to the sign Cancer in the context of astrology. Then you'll drink from your cup once you've formulated your intent. And be sure not to empty the cup, because we will be leaving some at the end as an offering for the angel. Glorious and mighty Muriel, we make this offering unto you, that it may nourish and fortify you as you attend to your appointed tasks. Be the ferment of our spiritual alchemy mighty in the crucible of our souls. So mote it be. O thou, Muriel, praise and honor be unto thee for the splendor of thine office and the majesty of thy being, and the blessing of thy God and mine, the rushing and fiery Heve, because thou hast diligently answered unto our demands, and hast been ready and willing to come at our call. We do here license thee to depart unto thy proper place by the name Heve, without causing harm or danger unto man or beast. Depart, then I say, and be thou very ready to come at our call, being duly exercised and conjured by these sacred rites of magic. We charge thee to withdraw peaceably and quietly, and that the peace of the Almighty, eternal, true, and living God be ever continued between us. Amen. So mote it be. May life, light, love, and liberty be extended universally to all under the regency of the one law of Thelema. May all attain the stone of the wise, the summum bonum, true wisdom, and perfect happiness. May the benefit of this act and all acts be dedicated unto the complete liberation and supreme enlightenment of all beings everywhere, pervading space and time, so mote it be. May the benefits of practice, ours and others, come to fruition ultimately and immediately, and we remain in a state of presence. Atamalkut Vemravila Nilamanen. I now declare this temple duly closed. So that concludes the ritual for the Cancer Elixir Rite. Now, as far as your offering, you should still have a little bit of your elixir left in your cup that's been offered to the angel. So what I do, like I do with the other ones, I take my Cancer plate here, this tablet that's Cancer names on it, symbol, angel name, and so forth. And I take that and I put that over here, right behind me on the altar. And then I take what is left of the elixir and I place that in the center of the tablet. I just let it sit there and evaporate naturally into the air. So you can go ahead and do this in your own temple with, you can set it on a shelf like next to your altar. You can set it on your altar and just allow it to evaporate naturally there. You can also dispose of it outdoors. So if you go out, you can just pour it out someplace outside. Some people like to pour offerings out at crossroads. That's not a bad idea. If you like live at an intersection, just pour it out at the intersection there, keeping in mind that what you are pouring out is an offering to Muriel, the angel of Cancer. So with that, I'm going to wrap up the video here. Remember to like, subscribe, request notifications so you always know when we go live here on the Leaping Laughter YouTube channel. And hopefully we'll be back to posting more regularly now that I got my audio issues all sorted out. Also include the donation link in the description of the video. No donation is too small. All donations go to support the operation of Leaping Laughter OTO here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So with that, I want to thank you all for watching. Again, thank you for your patience. I know it took me a while to get this one out with technical difficulties and everything, but I appreciate you hanging in there. And with that, here's wishing you a great rest of the evening. Love is the law, love under will.